Welcome to the October 2012 episode of Iowa City in Focus. I'm your host, Mary Bryant. Well, summer is out and fall is in. Take note of some fun fall events coming up. The Pioneer Fall Festival is happening on October 6th in Upper City Park, with proceeds going to help fund the restoration of the City Park cabins. Also on October 5th and 6th, you can celebrate Oktoberfest at Iowa City's North Side Marketplace. And the Englert is celebrating its 100th year with special events throughout October and November. Finally, be sure to mark your calendar to set your clocks back an hour on Sunday, November 4th. But one last note on summer before we leave it behind entirely. This year, Summer of the Arts received an award for Best Public Education Program from the Iowa Recycling Association. On this month's episode, you'll learn about Summer of the Arts Green Initiative Program and their efforts that earned them this award. Then you'll hear about Pause for a Cause, and coming up, Tom Markus and Mike Moran visit the Terry Trueblood Recreation Area and talk about the city's plans for its development. Stay tuned.
Hello Iowa City, we're out at Terry Trueblood Park today on a beautiful late August day, and it's just gorgeous out here. We're with Mike Moran, who's our Director of Parks and Recreation, and Mike's here to talk a little bit about the Terry Trueblood Park. So why don't we start off, Mike, by talking about how we chose this site and why we chose this place. In my introductory comments, it's pretty obvious to me, but maybe you can comment on it further.
Sure. Along about 2007, this was an old S&G sand and gravel pit quarry, and the Public Works Director and Terry Trueblood at the time, who was the Director of Parks and Recreation, approached him about the purchase of this area for a park in Iowa City. This area in southern Iowa City was identified as needing parkland and needing space for recreation purposes in our master plan. So they had a vision that they wanted to come in here and see what they could do to turn this around. So they made an offer. It was an accepted offer. We purchased the land back in 2007, and then the rest, they say, is history. We started with construction and grant applications and funding mechanisms in 2008 and 2009 to get started with this project.
So talk about the different activities that we expect to occur here. I talked about joggers. I know when I came out initially, I took a run around the lake here, and you see lots of bikers, but there's other activities that we have planned. Why don't you talk about those as well?
Right. In our marina building, we're going to lease that out to Fin and Feather, and they will do a series of rentals. In the summer, they will do canoe, kayak, windsurf board rentals, fishing pole rentals, and then have a small concession area for drinks and such. Then in the winter, we'll flip that operation, or they'll flip that operation and rent snowshoes, ice skates, and bicycles for summer and or winter. So it's going to be a true spot where you can come and what we call a destination park. You can show up here and your destination will be this park, and you can stay for as long as you want, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, all day.
We have one building up already. We have the boathouse up, and a very attractive building, which is where Fin and Feather will be running their concessionaire. And then under construction, and you can hear in the background a cement mixer rolling through the area. We have another project under construction. What project is that? And then talk about some of the other improvements that we expect to be made out here as well.
Sure. The big construction project we have right now is the lodge, and that's a big park lodge that will be accommodating up to 150 people. It will be 2 separate rooms that we could do 2 parties of 75 or a larger party of 150. It has a nice overlook place where people can go out and look at the lake and observe everything. It's got a kitchen inside of it, so we could do rentals for wedding receptions or family reunions or just indoor picnics. So we expect it to be very busy just on the rental side. We can do mini conferences. We can just do really a multitude of different arrangements in that lodge. In addition to that, we put up 3 picnic shelters, and they're rather large picnic shelters. They hold up to about 48 people, and they'll be scattered throughout the park. One of them is on the south end of the park, on the little, I call it the tonsil of the park, that will also overlook the southern half of the lake. And I envision that as a place for weddings and receptions and stuff as well. Get married at the shelter, and then we'll carry you back up to the lodge and have a big reception for that. So that'll be an exciting thing. We'll also have some canoe and kayak spots where people can, down on our southern end, they can park their car, unload their kayak, a nice sandy beach area to where they can get in and dock their boat and then go out and do their own canoeing and kayaking. There'll be 3 of those around the lake as well. We'll have a natural playground area just east of the lodge for the kids. So overall, just a nice place to come and spend a great day.